but I've combed through the data, Jason. Like there are probably over 100 five-man lineups that the Lakers have deployed this season. And really, there's three of them of the like 130 that I've looked at, like the top three most utilized five-man lineups. Two of the three of them use LeBron James. One of the three of them does not use LeBron James. The two with LeBron James are terrible. They're minus 5.5 with one of them and minus 23.5 with the other one of them. Whereas the one five-man lineup of the top three most utilized without LeBron is plus 16. Now, what I'm talking about is net rating. That is per 100 possessions. And there's essentially 100 possessions in an NBA game this year. So basically per game, with LeBron James on the floor, they're getting outscored by anywhere between 5 to 20 points per game when he's on the floor with their two most used five-man rosters. Without him, they're plus 16, which would be better than any team in the NBA. The Thunder this year are plus 11.9. So they would be like the best team in the NBA if it was just Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic and any other collection of three players you can think of that doesn't contain LeBron James. So this isn't news. It's been like this all year long. LeBron is making, and you can dress it up and try to defend LeBron a little bit and say, well, it's not just simply LeBron. It's pick any of the two and they would be equally as good. Not true. Not the case. When you look at just the two-man game, if you look at any collection of two guys on the Lakers and their net rating, just Luka and just Austin Reeves are like roughly plus 5. So like with just those two guys on, they're outscoring their opponents by about 5 points per 100 possessions. With LeBron and Luka or LeBron and Austin, they're around minus 5 with both of those pairings. So a full 10-point swing. It doesn't matter which way you want to cut it. LeBron is the one. Of the three, it's not like, oh, they just don't mesh all three. No, LeBron is making this team worse, period. But what do you do, Jason? They can't cut him. JJ Redick's not going to bench him. Like, what do you do? Does he feign injury to save face? Like, do the Lakers go and say, listen, we know we're going to lose in the first round if we roll this out. LeBron, we don't want to bench you. We don't want to cut you. Just pretend like you're hurt and we'll shut you down. That's like the only option. Other than that, Jason, book it, first round exit. Write it down in stone. They're out in the first round this year.
This sounds far-fetched and I'm really just trolling here, but if you put Luka and Austin out there with three other players who include Bronny James, are they better with Bronny James on the court than LeBron?
Jason, I'll tell you what, we'll put a pin in that one. I'll check that one out. That's very low on the five-man rotation. I probably have to dig into like the 200s to see a Bronny related five-man lineup, but I can check on that tonight, and we can pick back up on that if you want tomorrow or the next day.
Steve, LeBron James is the problem in Los Angeles. How's that sit with you?
Scaparoo, I think the term you're looking for is common denominator. We know who it is. Now, I remember this Luka trade well because it happened on my birthday night. I had just come back in from Britain, and I believe it was a David Benavidez fight. And the trade was announced, like, I think right around midnight on that Saturday night. And I recall guys like Scap and anyone else that knew basketball at any level that really followed it. They said, well, we got an issue here. You have two ball-dominant guys. Neither of them are good defensively. Luka's never been good defensively, and the last time LeBron was really a good defensive player was probably the middle of his run in Miami? Scap, would that be fair to say? We're talking a decade ago. So you didn't have to be Hubie Brown to figure out, you know what? 2 plus 2 here does not equal 4. You're really getting 3. Sometimes it just does not mix, and I've said this as a Laker fan in recess. Till you get rid of the guy from Akron, this organization cannot move forward.
This is really turning into the most embarrassing Hall of Fame type finish. I mean, Joe Namath went out to the Los Angeles Rams, but he was already broken and beat. He had the excuse his knees were terrible. I guess Willie Mays was limping around out in center field. Uh, but this is like because LeBron last year, year before, could have retired with class and dignity. He's hung on for his son to play with Bronny, and it's actually diminishing LeBron's reputation. He's hurting himself in the Jordan conversation because of the way this plane is landing. And he's probably now going to stick around for another year next year to try to remove the stench of this year. And Scap, I'm not confident that's going to work.
Well, Jason, look, if you ask anybody around the industry, they would let you know that Cleveland was the favorite. Like, Cleveland has said they want him. That's really the only place that makes sense to me, because from a narrative standpoint, LeBron can spin it like, oh, finishing the book, like completing the circle, like going back to where it all started, going home. That doesn't work either. That is every bit as bad of a fit as this Laker team is right now, because presumptively they want to keep James Harden. Like, they didn't just get James Harden for this 1 year. They're going to extend him beyond. He's probably going to get a 2-year contract in the summer. So look, James Harden is a top 20 all-time usage player in NBA history. I think Harden's like 18th in usage. LeBron's like 7th in usage. And guess what? Donovan Mitchell is 9th all-time in NBA history in usage. So you have, again, 3 high usage caliber players that would be demanding and needing the ball in their hands to really operate and function properly. So like, it's essentially just taking him from one trio in the West, which have 3 ball dominant players, and relocating him to the East with 3 dominant, like, ball handling and high usage players. So that isn't going to work out any better than LA. So I'm all for it. Like, let's do it, LeBron. I'm completely sanctioning it, because that will just be one more embarrassing year, which will tarnish his legacy even more. So let's do it. Sign me up.
Steve, do you think JJ Redick ends up as collateral damage here? Or, and I don't even know if collateral damage, because LeBron anointed him, appointed him, and maybe JJ needs to go down with the ship.
That's a tough one. I mean, that is his podcast partner. I actually don't think he's done a terrible job. I mean, here's the thing about Jason. Go back to your thing about LeBron having the most embarrassing, legendary run. The thing is, from a surface level, his numbers are pretty good, though, still, aren't they? From a surface level.
Yes.
Because let me just tell you this about embarrassing runs. Someone put up this picture, and they said, hey, this is what Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao is. And they put up this picture of Patrick Ewing and Olajuwon battling in the post as Seattle Supersonics and a Toronto Raptor. So I'm thinking, you know what? They nailed that one. But here's the issue. I get the sense that the day LeBron leaves the Lakers, the job security of JJ Redick becomes much more in danger. But with that said, to be fair, given what he has had to work with, I don't believe he's done a bad job.
Scap, JJ Redick, will he be in trouble? Will he get blamed for this LeBron fiasco?
Look, no one laughed louder and longer than me at the JJ Redick hiring. It was just like one more element of the LeBron circus. But I think JJ Redick has done a pretty good job based on what he's been shackled with in terms of the roster and the really terrible fit and the team building that's been deployed there by the front office, and really just basically because of LeBron in essence. I think if they shed LeBron, it's gonna be a juicy and a tasty summer, guys, because they're gonna have to get rid of LeBron and then find a way to get rid of Bronny, who is still under contract with them. So like, LeBron will walk.
That just seems easy. I don't even know if I hold a press conference. I don't put out a release. You just change his passcode on his key card that lets him in the building, and that's you never say a word. It's just like Bronny shows up, hey, my card's not working anymore.